project since November 1999. Our aim is to challenge people's perceptions of what it's like to be young and homeless by looking at some of the health issues that affect us.
I'm not a junkie. I've not got a bad attitude. I'm not abnormal. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not violent. I'm not smelly. I'm not a prostitute. And I'm not dirty. How did you know?
What's the first thing that comes into your head when you think about homeless people?
Sleeping in doorways and cold, hungry, no money.
Aye. What do you think is the most common drug used by homeless people?
Don't know, probably alcohol. Most of them you see have got like a can of Carlsberg in their hand, so I'd say that's more than...
Do you think all homeless people bring it on themselves?
No. It's different situations, everybody's different.
What's the first thing that comes to your head when you hear homeless people?
Just people really that's not getting any money or any food. That's really it.
Do you know it's in like a hostel or accommodation flats?
No, I don't. But I feel sorry for them.
Do you think they bring it on themselves or it's other people's fault?
I think some people do bring it on themselves, like if it's drug related, but other people that are genuinely homeless I sympathise with.
What's the first thing that comes into your head when you think about homeless people?
When I think about homeless, cold and hungry.
Yeah. Do you think they all bring it on themselves?
Not necessarily, no.
Yeah. Try to think. I got a bit mucked up there. What do you think is the most common drug used by homeless people?
Sorry?
What do you think is the most common drug used by homeless people?
Well, it would be a guess, but it would be probably either soft drug. What's the soft one? Cannabis?
Yeah.
Or heroin, perhaps.
Yeah.
Going up a league, stepping up
Yeah.
a bit, depending on how badly they felt, how big a lift they needed.
Yeah. Right, thanks very much.
Okay, is that okay?
That's it. Right, thanks.
What's the first thing that comes in your head when you hear homeless people?
No money.
I feel sorry for them, basically.
Is any of you live in a hostel or accommodation flats?
No.
Do you know anything?
I know some people, but they're not that bad. You know.
I don't know that bad. I've just know a couple of people in accommodation flats, so that's it.
Do you think they bring it on themselves or?
Depends. Some of them do.
I think they do.
Do you think so?
Totally.
Some of them don't. Some of them just can't help it and no money.
If they wanted to try, they could have done. You know what I mean? But
Right, thanks very much.
What's the first thing that comes into your mind when you think about homelessness?
Living on the streets and stuff like that, kind of cold conditions.
Cold,
stuff like
loneliness and stuff like that.
Do you think all homeless people bring it on themselves?
No.
No.
It's probably just like, don't know, abuse or just lack of opportunities and just things like that, just not having a chance and stuff.
It's bad luck.
Yeah, bad luck.
What do you think the most common drug used by homeless people is?
Say again?
What do you think the
Common
most
drug
common
use?
drug used by homeless people?
Alcohol?
Yeah. Something like
Yeah.
What's the first word that comes to your head when I say homeless people?
Poor.
Do you think they bring it on themselves? Like being homeless?
Only, well, certain instances, not always. Depends, everybody's got different circumstances, I suppose.
Do you know that the biggest drug that's used in homeless?
Alcohol.
What's the first thing that comes into your head when you think about homeless people?
I don't really know. To be honest with you, there's that many homeless people.
Aye.
Anything, you know what I mean?
Have you stayed in a hostel or do you know
Aye.
anybody?
Aye, I've stayed in a lot of hostels, aye.
What do you think is the most common drugs used by homeless people?
But nowadays it's probably heroin, aye.
Aye.
Heroin addiction, aye, that's it.
Right, do you think they all bring it on themselves?
Aye.
Aye.
Most of them do, aye.
Right, that's all. Thanks very
Right,
much.
no bother.
Right, bye. What's your thoughts about homelessness and hostels before you moved into one?
Well, I thought it'd be full of junkies and don't know. But
What's the most common drug used by homeless people, do you think?
probably hash and alcohol.
Do you think that it's used a lot more than other young people?
No, I think it'd just be the same as outside.
What were your thoughts about homelessness and hostels before you actually became homeless?
I didn't think it would be like a really nice place. I thought it'd be like all horrible and all that, and it's got to be full of weirdos and junkies and that.
So what do you think now about homelessness?
It's crap, but it's. I suppose it's something it's like. I'm not really sure, but like the hostel I'm staying is much better than staying like out in the streets.
What do you think is the most common drug used by people in hostels?
Alcohol and hash, same as everywhere in Glasgow.
What were your first thought about homeless and supported accommodation before you lived in one?
I thought they were full of junkies and pure black people and just people that weren't worth really much.
Do you think more homeless people take more drugs than other people?
I used to, but now that I'm homeless myself, I don't think they do. It's just mainly hash and alcohol.
Right. Right. What is the most common drugs used by young homeless people?
Hash and alcohol, just the same as anywhere else, really.
Before you became homeless, what was your thought and feelings about like the place?
I didn't really bother. I had no feelings except for like if you seen people down in like selling the big issue, you know, some of them are thieves. I just really thought they were all thieves and like, bums that sit in the corners and stuff like that.
What do you think it now actually that you're in accommodation and homeless unit?
I find it a lot different. And it's no full of junkies and it's no full of drug addicts or whatever. And the people that are in there, they dress normal, as if they stayed with their ma.
What's the like advantages and disadvantages of being in a hostel? Like you're so young.
I don't really see any. I don't really have any.
Okay, thanks.
What was your thoughts and feelings about homeless people?
Thoughts and feelings, we're just ordinary people. We're the same. We've just had our own problems. And we're dealing with them.
Now that you're living in one, what do you think now?
Hope to get out soon, pretty soon, never to come back. 3 times I've done this now. So I hope this is the last time, it's my last chance.
And what do you think is the most common drug?
Cannabis. And ecstasy. And heroin.
Aye, what was your thoughts and feelings about homeless people before you where you are now?
Before I came homeless, I thought they were all like junkies and prostitutes and everything, but they're not.
Now what's your feelings now that you stay in one?
Well, we're all normal people. We're just like every other person. We're just not in the house with our parents. We're just normal people.
You any ideas what kind of like drugs getting used a lot?
A lot is smoke hash and like Eckies and stuff like that, but there's a lot of kit as well, but not much. So like not much in here. In other hostels, there's just depends what one you're in, what part of Glasgow is and the people in it.
Thank you for that really nice evening. Here's a wee present.
Thank you, but I need to go. I've got work in the morning.
Is it alright if I walk you home?
Tight fitting, what you see ain't what you are getting. Big makeup, little breakup. She wants it, he's got it.
No thanks, it's okay. I'm a bit classy. I can walk myself home.
Show expectations, look at me. You can take it all.
Well, can I have your number then?
This is free. Maybe next time use your eyes and look at me.
Sorry, no, I really have to go now. Bye.
Queen, if that's your thing, baby, I
Shoot, toot, toot.
Fake honey, real plastic. Good looking, bad tasting, full bodied, but wasted, loose living, tight fitting. What you see ain't what you are getting. Big make.
No, don't, man.
What's the matter?
What's the matter? You'll not believe the date I've had. When I rang the staff, I can't get into my flat for a fag or nothing. When I rang the staff, and I can't get in, but they're doing a handover and they'll not let me into my room. Aye, the staff, the staff only let me in a rang because they're in a handover.
Do you want a couple?
Aye, please.
What'd you take?
Just milk. If I ever hear I'll go around and get fags after. Met a guy last night at the dancing night, but I never brought it back because I'm staying in a hostel. But I couldn't give my phone number either because when they answer up the phone it's Branston Court they say on the phone. You know what I mean? It's a good chatting person. There you go, doll. Cheers, a cup of tea, just what I need. Polly, man! Carol? No sugar, Polly, man, there must be 7 in it.
No, use it.
That's what you have to say, what you put in it.
Who, me? Alright.
Do you know that I just take juice milk? You asked me specifically, what did you take your tea and I says juice milk and you insist on putting sugar in it? Oh, nothing else was going right for me today.
Calm down, Carol, man, it's only sugar, it's not going to kill you.
I don't like it, it's disgusting.
Make your own tea the next time.
Aye, well I will.
God's sake. It's got to complain about everything, isn't it? A wee bit of sugar. That means I'm going to kill you.
Oh, for God's sake, now the door's gone. Oh, story, man.
Hi, Donald, coming in.
Cara, I've been late for you everywhere. For giving me the letters for you.
Royal Mail?
Who's that for?
Oh, I'm going to open it, man. And she just spat tea all on my carpet. She put 3 sugar in my tea and I tell her juice milk.
Just look your letters.
Mickey's returned these letters.
You alright?
Get any fags on you?
Just after smoking my
Oh
last
yeah,
one.
come on, let's open it. No way. I've lost my last fiver.
Oh no.
I don't believe this. It's not in my room.
Check your pockets.
I have. I've only got my phone on there.
Oh well.
Any goes, get any. Hello? What? I don't believe that. Right. Ta-ra.
What? What's wrong? You alright?
If I could turn back the hands of time.
If I could turn back the hands of time, we would not have behaved this way. If I could turn back the hands of time, we would not have shouted as loud. If I could turn back the hands of time, you would not have so much hate for me. If I could turn back the hands of time, we would not have said the things we did. If I could turn back the hands of time, the hate you now have for me would be love. If I could turn back the hands of time, you would have treated me the way I should be treated. If I could turn back the hands of time, we would both have respect for each other. If I could turn back the hands of time, I'm sure we could have been different. If I could turn back the hands of time, I would not be where I am today.
Should one have to go on suffering when every day I breathe? Please come back to me. And if I could turn back the hands of time, then my darling, you would be mine. If I could turn like the hand in my dark